Here are some quick stretches that you can do before bed to help relieve tension in your body and also calm your mind down so that you can sleep better. You'll need 2 pillows, or possibly 3 if your pillows aren't very fluffy. Go ahead and take a pillow and sit right on top of it to help our hips to open up a little more. And we're going to talk first about our whiskey breath. This is the breath that will help our mind to calm down. It helps your nervous system to slow down and get it ready for sleep. And it's a very simple breath to do, but it's very effective in helping your nervous system to slow down and to make you feel sleepy and tired and more relaxed. So how we'll do this is we'll inhale to a count of 4 through our nose, and then we'll exhale out the mouth to double that time, so about a count of 8. We'll go ahead and we'll practice all of this together. We'll do 3 of these before we start moving, and this is the breath we want to keep with us for the rest of the practice. Go ahead and close your eyes. We'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, exhale out the mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Go ahead and open your eyes. We'll inhale, lift our arms up over our head. Exhale, fold over to the right. Reaching to the side, your hand can just touch. You don't have to get the elbow down. Just look up under your arm. Try to drop your top shoulder away and stretch right to the side. So if you were between 2 walls, you'd be able to fit your body in between both walls without touching them. Keep your big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll inhale back up, and we'll fold over the other way, reaching the right arm up and over the head. Looking up under your arm, taking a big side stretch here. Breathing fully and deeply and just allowing your body to relax and to calm down. So never stress about if you feel like you're not going very deep. Just allow your mind to relax. There's no need to feel like you need to go super deep. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, release them to your side. We'll move into our butterfly stretch. Place the soles of your feet together and move them out away from your sit bones. You can move the pillow out if it's a little hard, or you can stay on it and grab your other pillow. We're going to place 1 pillow on our feet, and then we will lean forward, place our hands together, and place our forehead on top of our hands. If it doesn't get that far, that's okay. You could stack up 2 pillows as well and lay on top of 2 pillows. Just trying to stretch the back and the hips, allowing the hips to open so the knees will fall down towards the mat as far down as they can. Allow your head to rest on the pillow so you're completely relaxed on top of this pillow, and you're doing your breath pattern of that inhale to a count of 4 and the exhale out through the mouth to a count of 8. In each of these poses, we'll hold for about 5 total whiskey breaths, just so that you can have an idea of how long we're staying. You're also welcome to stay longer and pause the video if you feel like you need to be longer in a pose. You are welcome to do that as well. Just let your body hang, let the pillow hold you up, and we'll come back over. We'll move the pillow off to the side, and we'll come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop. The wrists will come right underneath the shoulders, and we don't want to drop our belly down. So pull your belly up and in like you're hugging your baby, and we'll do big circles. So the weight will shift forward over our hands and then back over our heels. We'll do 5 to each direction, and as you circle, you may need to open your knees wider if you want some extra room for your baby. It's totally fine to take that. And you'll just circle in any way that's comfortable, and let's switch and go the other way. So you don't have to go all the way back to your heels. We're just trying to get a little bit of motion in the hips as we shift all the way to the left back and around to the right. And circle it out. And circle it out, left to right and back to center. We'll take our cat-cow. In our cow, the pelvis will tilt up to the ceiling. We'll lift the chest and the head and we'll look up. On the exhale, we'll tuck our pelvis under, press our shoulder blades up to the ceiling, and the chin goes in. Inhale, lift and look up. Exhale, tuck and round in. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, lift the chest, lift the head. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, tuck the chin, round the shoulders. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. This is cat because it's like the cat when it hisses and gets mad. Inhale, cow, lift and look up. Exhale, round and look in towards your belly. We'll meet back in center. And I'm going to turn just so that you can see this next pose. We're going into frog. You'll open your knees wide away from each other and sink your weight down. If that feels like a lot of pressure on your knees or the ground is hard, you can do the same thing on top of a pillow. You'll just get on your pillow, you'll separate your legs, you'll shift your weight right up over, and you'll hang down. Release your head and your neck. You're welcome to stay up on your hands, or you can drop down onto your forearms if you have a little bit more stretch in your body. And you'll want to release your head and neck all the way down and try to relax your shoulders. You will have weight in your upper body because you are holding yourself up with your upper body, but try not to add any extra tension in that area. Keep your breath nice and full and big with the inhales to the count of 4 and the exhales out the mouth to a count of 8. That'll help your body relax. It's going to calm that nervous system down to get you prepared to go to sleep. You don't want to do this breath in the morning or in the daytime when you need to get going because it does make you tired. Lift yourself back up, remove the pillow and place it off to the side. And we'll move into our child's pose. So we'll open our knees wide, our toes will come together. You'll sink your hips back over your heels, reach your arms forward, and place your head down on the mat. Now, if this is not a position that you can get into, feel free to place a pillow underneath your head. And if your knees are feeling a lot of tension and tightness, you can place a pillow in between your knees and your calves. So it's just in between your upper leg and your lower leg, and that'll help release some of the tension in the knees. Your heels may not touch your bum, and that's totally okay. If that is happening, just try to sink and tuck your tailbone in as much as you can, and then just let it float wherever that is for you, the deepest you can get. Just let that be. Keep breathing and relaxing. And then slowly start to shift your weight from side to side, to the right and to the left. Little bit of sway. This sometimes lets your hips release just a little bit more with that added motion of swaying side to side. Lift your head and walk your hands back up. We're going to go into a modified pigeon pose. Your right leg will go forward and you'll come onto the outside of your shin. You'll try to make a 90-degree angle from your foot to your knee, but it may not happen. You may have to pull your heel in closer towards your pelvis, and that's okay. Try to sit up really tall and try to lengthen your back leg as much as you can. It's okay if it doesn't get all the way straight here. We're really aiming to work through our hips. Go and grab your pillow, and you'll place it in front of you. And you'll stack your other pillow on top and then release your head down onto the pillows. You can place your hands together over top of one another and your head on top of your hands. It's a position I like to take when really trying to relax. If you flex your front foot, that will help to stabilize in your knee joint so that there won't be any twisting. Your back hip is working to rotate down toward the mat. They call that squaring off the hips. So the more you can rotate that back hip down, the more you'll feel the stretch in your right bum. Those are your rotators, and those are an area that get really tight in our hips and our pelvis. Again, try to be as relaxed as you can, allowing your mind to be calm. We'll lift up out of this pose, place our hands on the mat, and we'll move back to our tabletop so we can do this with the other leg. The left leg comes forward onto the outside of your shin. You'll sink your back hip as far back as you can. Start by lifting up. And again, that foot may be a little closer than 90, and that's okay. Stretch your back leg. Lift your chest up. Try to sink down in your hips. That back hip is going to want to open up. See if you can rotate it down to the mat. And then reach your arms forward, place them on your pillows, and let your body weight hang over the pillows. Find a place that's comfortable for you to be. Keep breathing in and out. About 5 full big breaths in each one of these positions. Lift yourself back up, place your hands down, and move back onto your hands and knees. Come into a seated position. You can cross your legs like I did and reach them forward, or just come to where you're sitting on your bum. Try to sit up where your shoulders are right up over your hips and you don't have this rounded curve. So you're trying to push your pelvis forward. If you can't do that, bring your legs in a little bit closer towards each other, and that'll help you be able to sit right on top of them. We'll start just by walking our hands from one leg to the other leg, kind of like a spider. Spider hand those legs or your hands from your right leg over to your left leg. Starting to get a little bit of stretch through the back and through your hamstrings and your hips as well. Back and forth, side to side. And then walk yourself back up. Go and grab your pillows, whoever you need to. You might not be able to reach forward as far. Grab your pillows and then reach forward and place your head down on top. Now again, if it ever feels like this is too far of a stretch for you, stack 3 pillows up. And then it will have a little bit more, it'll be able to help support you a little bit better. So, or if it's not enough, you can always move 1 pillow and just lay on top of 1 pillow. So you do what feels good for you, where you can feel like you're getting a good stretch, but it's also relaxing and it feels comfortable. We're not trying to really stretch super deep. We're just trying to stretch a little to release some tension and tightness and to let the body relax. So we want about where we can feel a stretch, but it's not an intense stretch. It's more relaxing and relieving than it is super deep stretching. Walk yourself back up. And we'll come onto our bum. This time the pillows are going to go behind us so that they can support us while we lay down on our back. We don't want to be flat on our backs when we're pregnant. So we're going to place 1 pillow, probably the one that's not as fluffy. So get the least fluffy pillow, and I've doubled my pillows up here. So you can fold them over top so they're even thicker. You'll place that one under your back. Your bum will still be off the pillow. And then your fluffier one you want to support your head. So it should be higher than your lower pillow. And you can just play with that. You might need 2 pillows under your head and 1 under your back. And just arrange them to where they feel good. You'll hug your knees into your chest with your knees coming towards your armpits. And then you'll open your knees out and then you'll close them back in towards your center. They're not going to touch, your legs and knees won't touch, but you'll open them, you'll squeeze and open, and then squeeze and close them a little bit. So your range of motion here will depend on how big the belly is, but you want to be able to open it as wide as you can and then close them in as close as you can. Now stay with your knees hugged into your chest. They'll be coming up towards your armpits. Again, the knees are not touching. The feet can touch, but the knees and the legs will not. And your whole head and neck and back should be supported by your pillows. So you're not holding yourself up at all. You're completely releasing back into the pillows, allowing your weight to sink down. So your whole body is supported and you're just releasing through your hip joint. Your feet will point up towards the ceiling. You'll flex the feet and take a hold of the outside of your foot with your hands. And then the hips will be open. Your knees will be as bent as they need to be. And you'll be in this happy baby pose. We know when babies play, they grab their feet a lot in this position, and that's where the name of this comes from. It's okay if your legs aren't open as wide or if your knees aren't as bent or dropped down. It's totally fine. Just let them be where they are in a place that feels comfortable. And again, where you're getting a stretch, but it's relaxing. It's a relaxing stretch. It's not super intense. Any of these stretches, if they feel super intense, feel free to back off or to come all the way out of them. Release your feet. You'll place them all the way down on the mat. You'll open your hips out and soles of your feet will come together. Your knees will fall open in a butterfly. You'll rotate your palms up towards the ceiling and you'll just hold here, allowing your hips to open with the weight of gravity, and your whole body should be supported on the pillows again. So if you need to adjust the pillows a little bit at any time so you feel more supported, feel free to do that. Try to clear your mind here and really focus on just your breath. You're really relaxed. You can close your eyes. Let go of any tension or tightness and allow your body to be fully supported on the pillows. Pull your knees back up, point them to the ceiling. The right ankle will cross over your left knee. You'll lift the left foot up off the mat, and you'll take your hand underneath the thigh of your left foot, and you'll try to pull it in towards your chest. If you have room, your right arm can loop in between your legs and grab the back of your left thigh as well to give it an added pull. But if the belly is not working there and you can't get that hand in between, just do it with your outside left hand. Flex the right foot that's over your knee to help give an even deeper stretch into your glute. You should feel this stretch in your right glute. And release. Place the left foot down. Place the right foot on the mat, and we'll cross the left foot over the right knee this time. Lift the right foot off the floor. Take your hand behind the right knee. Pull it in towards your chest. And if you can, the left hand will go in between in the space you've made, and you'll pull it in towards you. So it's like a number 4. It's called a figure 4 stretch. Really good stretch for your hips to help stretch through your glutes on the outside of your hips. Again, feel yourself fully supported by the pillows. Adjust anything that needs to be adjusted. Close your eyes and just breathe. Relax. Release your hands, place your feet flat on the floor. Your arms will come out to a T, and you'll allow your knees to fall over to the right side. You'll look with your head back over your left arm, so towards your left fingertips. So you have a little bit of a twist through your spine, allowing your lower back to stretch and relax. Your knees should be matched together as much as you can make them. We're coming to the close of this practice, so really just try to let everything go. Allow your mind to be clear, where you're completely present, focused on your breath. Lift your knees back to the ceiling and let them fall over to the left, and you'll change your gaze to look out over your right shoulder. Again, in this twist, the spinal twist, where your hips are twisting one way and your upper body is twisting the other way. You're doing great. You're just about there. Lift the knees back up to the ceiling. And then as you come up, you'll roll over to your right side and come up to a seated position. And then you can go climb in your bed. I hope this helped you to feel more released and let go.